Jai Shri Ram, and welcome to yet another episode of Indosphere Insights YouTube channel. My name is Kedar Pawar. Well, friends, the first topic that we will discuss today is the Saudi Arabia and Pakistan's defense pact. Well, we need to understand a little history, to know what is happening currently. Well, I think all of us are aware that back in 1973-74, there was a oil for security program, the Petrodollar Act, which was passed between the US and the OPEC countries, and post which the US obviously used its influence, and a lot of money was poured in by countries, majorly UAE and Saudi Arabia, for radicalization of West Asia, or the whole of Asia rather. So to keep it boiling and destabilized. Well, now this model continued till 2010-11. So what happened in 2010-11 is the Arab Spring, post which these countries realized that they had spent a lot of their wealth in radicalization, and with the oil reserves now depleting, they cannot continue with this model anymore. And that is where they were looking at partners who can start the de-dollarization process, also the de-radicalization process. And that is where in 2016, there was an understanding which was made between Prime Minister Modi and the Prince of UAE, and also later on followed by the current Prince MBS of Saudi Arabia. And in one of my previous videos, I had already explained, the IMEC corridor. You can go check out that video, and you will get the linkages then. Because if you want to have a safe trade corridor, which is going to pass through these nations, UAE and Saudi Arabia and all, you need to have complete de-radicalization of these nations. The entire area basically. That is where you are seeing Israel doing a lot of cleanup job, because this trade corridor is going to help Israel mainly, and also to these nations, UAE and Saudi Arabia. So that is where, when these countries during that period of time had sponsored radicalization of this entire region, now they will have to ensure the de-radicalization of this region as well. And that is where you see Saudi Arabia has done this pact with Pakistan, wherein you saw that 25,000 Pakistani troops are have been now moved to Yemen to fight the Houthis. Houthis, we all know who has bought the Houthis. What it is currently, it is Iran basically, right? So it is to de-radicalize and to ensure the safety to the kingdom as well, right? So, and that way Pakistan will also get a little face saver, wherein they can tomorrow say that we also played a role in terms of de-radicalization, wherein we are always blamed for terrorism and all. Okay, so that is the background to this pact. So Saudi Arabia and UAE will also ensure denuclearization of Pakistan. Okay, in coming days. Now this will be a big surprise for a lot of you, but this will definitely be happening, as you see. Okay, so this is the background, and that is why India is also playing in the Asia Cup. A lot of people had criticized BCCI's decision. Why we are playing cricket. With Pakistan, especially after the Pahalgam attacks and all. So this is the background wherein Asia Cup is happening in Middle East, right? In West Asia rather, right? So that's the background. So by playing there, we are going to obviously have our unknown gunmen list also completed. Plus, they are already pouring in money to de-radicalize this entire area, or rather the region, which is going to help our IMEC corridor. So this is a little background, and I thought I should cover this today, because a lot of criticism to the Indian government also, because why we are playing Pakistan, and now what is going to happen to Operation 2.0, Sindoor 2.0. Well, that operation is still going to happen. As I said, that Saudi, when they did the pact with Pakistan, they had announced that they had informed the Indian government about this development. So you know the kind of understanding, and that is where you see Prime Minister Modi calling MBS of Saudi Arabia, and MBZ of UAE, his brothers, right? And there are two more brothers who have added now, which is the Amir of Qatar and Bahrain as well. Okay, so these four brothers will ensure de-radicalization of the entire region because they had radicalized it. But as I said, that this is a decade of change, and if they want to move away from the oil reserves economy, this is their best chance. Okay, so this was a little background I thought I'll share on this. The next topic is obviously the U.S. India relations and the trade deal. As you know that the negotiations have started, but one thing is for sure, folks, that U.S. has completely surrendered to the pushback of India in terms of buying their GMO seeds and the dairy products. So I think President Trump has given up on that, but and we will see the trade deal also something getting signed in coming days, and also you will see the reversal of the additional 25% tariff which has been levied on Indian firms. But as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, okay, there was a tariff which is going to come on the pharma, and it has come. Okay, so 100% tariff on the pharma industries, pharma companies, basically pharma products. But touchwood, largely Indian exports are 90 to 95% of generic medicines. So that has not been touched upon as of yet. But you never know, tomorrow that will also be targeted. So uh, so I think we'll see how that development goes. But you will definitely see some trade deal or something coming out very soon, because once the deal with India is done, then the the currency reset, the financial crisis that is going to come will start in US, and it will start from Bank of Japan because Japan holds a large number of US treasuries, and they will be starting to dump it once they get the indication from obviously the deep state. So the financial reset is around the corner, folks. And when this crisis period happens, you will see a lot of blackout in the banking and the trading institutions in US. And to mitigate the impact, you must have seen that RBI in India has given notifications to BSC and NSC to move to .in domains from .com domains. Okay, so we never know what is going to happen, because there may be a blackout of trade and banking platforms in US when the crisis hits. So it is around the corner, folks, and that is why in India you see the government lowering or giving this GST reforms, basically, and also the tax benefit up to 12 lakhs this year. Okay, so as our Prime Minister has said, that we need to ensure the consumption increases, and because that is going to help our Indian companies who are largely dependent on the exports to sustain the impact that is going to come due to this financial crisis, folks. So I urge you all that whenever you are going out shopping, please buy Indian products, and the consumption should be high from this Diwali to the next Diwali, because that's going to help our companies sustain or go through these financial turmoil, and it will help mitigate the impact of the impact that is going to come, basically, because of the financial reset in the West. Okay, so this is the background. Now, speaking about, I think one of the suggestions that came to me in my previous video is that we should talk more about what is happening in India and what are the opportunities, if at all people are moving from other countries also in India, and also for the existing population in India, basically, right? So I think a few sectors I will just name. A lot of opportunities. Sectors are going to come back into its real valuations. First is obviously manufacturing, then farming, defense and space tech, logistics, precious metals. Uh, so these are the sectors which will boom in India, and so you can look up, or rather do your own research also. But these sectors, because these are the core sectors, and now with post de-dollarization world, okay, the original valuations of these sectors will start coming back, and this has been indicated by Dr. Ankit Shah in his in his videos as well. I will also leave a link in this so that you can go through that. Also, he's been a phenomenal with his predictions, be it 370 removal of 370, then Russia-Ukraine war, and also the financial reset. So do check that as well, and do subscribe to his channel as well. And you can subscribe for short updates to my channel as well. Okay. So this was the background, folks. And so these sectors that I've mentioned, you can look for the investment per se. And what is happening now is post de-dollarization, will be moving into a more skill-based world. So you can also take up skills in these sectors, and accordingly, you will obviously have. You can move into entrepreneurship as well, and also you will get a lot of opportunities in terms of jobs in these particular sectors. So do check it out. And for the NRIs who want to invest in India, I think tier two and tier three cities is the best option in terms of real estate, and the sectors which I've mentioned. You can also park money in there. Ensure that you don't park anything in the Western countries, because you never know what's going to happen post the financial reset, and it is going to really wipe out a lot of wealth in the West. Okay, so please be mindful, and as I had already warned in the previous videos, please do take care in terms of security, because a lot of hate crimes and all are going to increase. Okay, so please do take care, and we'll see. I'll obviously keep you posted on more updates as and when I there are more updates basically. So apart from that, folks, I also wanted to highlight to you that because of India's pushback, okay, on not buying the GMO seeds and also the dairy products, obviously the trade deal negotiations are going on, but the toolkits are active in India. Okay, so recent example, you must have seen the protests in Leh and the background to it, and you saw that there have been arrests which have been made. Sonam Wangchuk has been arrested along with 50 others who had caused a lot of chaos and a lot of instability in that area. Okay, so this is what is can be a trial run of things to come in other states as well. Okay, so we have to be very careful and be mindful of what is happening around you all, and obviously our governments are I think it seems they are prepared for this, but this is how deep state plays. So all these Maxesi award winners, Pulitzer award winners, okay, these people are basically the toolkits in the particular nations. Okay, so whenever they want to cause an internal turmoil in the countries, that is when these people get activated, and you are seeing a recent example of Sonam Wangchuk. And previously you saw they tried all the vote chori agenda, it failed. Then apart from that, they try to provoke the Gen Zs. Okay, now I think Rahul Gandhi has been provoking Gen Zs a lot, and the outcome of that is there has been a Gen Z protest which has cropped up in Karnataka, which is ruled by Congress itself. Okay, so you understand where it is going. But we need to be careful, because there will be a lot of attempts made to destabilize India from within. And so this is a little background which I thought I'll just quickly touch base upon. So, folks, this was what I want to cover in today's video, and we will keep connecting like this, and I'll share the updates with you all. I'll stop here for now, and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.